Okay. Please, you have the floor. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for being here today, and also thank you for the opportunity to speak. The trial against us is finally over today. And when I first learned about the decision of the prosecution to drop the charges against us, took some time to sink in. I was expecting the sense of great relief about that. And then, while that was certainly part of it, what I was actually overwhelmed by was anger and sadness, because this trial should have never taken place. And clearly this trial has never been about justice, and it's been solely politically motivated. The price paid for this and the damage sustained is just beyond figures, and it's also beyond us. And also because of this trial and other trials, because of confiscation of rescue ships, people keep dying at sea. The trial against Juventa and the trial against others, and also against our friends from Mediterranea and Ragusa, is complicit with Europe's murder of people on the move. And for me, this odyssey is over, and yes, of course, I am relieved. But we tried to make repeatedly clear that the systematic criminalization against people on the move is not targeting us, privileged European sea rescuers. And so this struggle is by no means over. The last years have shown that the European legal system is not even able to provide basic fair trial conditions. And saying that, of course, we as the Juventa crew went through this very privileged. We were able to just afford our own translators, afford the most amazing lawyers on our side. We had international trial observers, and we had the privilege of solidarity. We have the privilege of solidarity, of support, and of visibility. And for that, we are forever grateful. And I sincerely hope that we managed over the last years to use some of these privileges to bear witness and speak out against an inherently racist, colonial, and violent system. With this momentum, the struggle for freedom of movement continues, because solidarity cannot be arrested. And I want to bring to your attention how laws like Article 12 and the EU's facilitation package force people on the move into invisibility and illegality, turning their freedom of movement into a crime. And today I want to mention only a very few out of many thousands of people on the move who are prosecuted all over Europe and accused of facilitating freedom of movement. I want to mention our friend Homayoun Sabatara. He was sentenced to 18 years for driving a car over the Greek-Turkish border. He's in prison since 21, and his trial to appeal is in 3 days on the 22nd in Thessaloniki. Also in Greece, the Pylos 9 are facing years in prison for a shipwreck that killed hundreds of people, while it's been documented that Greek authorities were responsible for that. I also want to mention in Malta our friends from El Libro 3, Kader, Amara, Abdallah, facing lifetime in prison for preventing a pushback to Libya. Their next hearing is on the 30th of May. In the UK, Ibrahima Ba, 17 years old, was convicted to 9 years for driving a boat across the channel. And of course, I want to mention some of our friends imprisoned in Italy for driving boats across the Mediterranean. The 4 people arrested for the Cutro shipwreck, the Napoli 3, the Kurdish feminists Maysoon and Marjan, Ahmed, Mohammed, Vedat, Abdelrahman, Tarek, Abub, Mark, George, Nathan, Fares, Walid, Aymas, Khalid, Husnain, Sami, Mohamed Yun. All these people facing up to 30 years in prison in Italy. Today, the Juventa crew and others, we are free, but no one is free until everyone is free, and until there is freedom of movement for all. Thank you so much.